Strahan. And Mr. Hubert Met.
Up next, a trip to Cajun country. We're going to see how a once rundown theater and the radio are helping preserve a unique culture. That's coming up after these messages.
This morning, our Vanishing America series visits the tiny town of Eunice on southwest Louisiana's tall grass prairie. If you didn't know such a place existed in Louisiana, well, you aren't alone. Then again, there are a lot of charming surprises down in Cajun country. Here's NBC's Don Teague.
It's just simply flour and cooking oil.
Curtis Jobert is in his outdoor kitchen in Eunice, Louisiana, making something out of nothing.
This is onions and bell peppers.
His ancestors did the same. Exiled from Nova Scotia in the 1700s, the French Canadians, or Cajuns, started over 2,000 miles from home.
Hey, Curtis.
Where you been? Welcome home, welcome home.
The Cajuns learned English, continued to speak French, and managed to turn isolation into celebration.
Do you bring some shrimp?
During his 17 years as mayor of Eunice, Curtis looked for a way to keep the Cajun culture alive.
The people who had been playing since the 1920s, let's feature them.
World-famous Cajun musicians Anne and Mark Savoie were searching too.
Let's hear their stories.
This is what we need in our area. This would legitimize the culture for so many people.
The answer was hiding in plain sight. The 1,000-seat Liberty Theater was a cultural magnet in 1924. It was air-cooled, had running water, native pine floors, and frescoed walls. Years later, it was falling apart.
I'd go to work every day and I'd see the deterioration.
Curtis, the Savoies, and a handful of locals looked beyond the cracked plaster and saw a chance to save the theater and the Cajun culture.
A place to preserve the music and the language and the recipes and the humor.
The city of Eunice partnered with the U.S. Park Service.
Bonjour, mes amis.
Bought the old Liberty and started concocting a brand new gumbo every Saturday night.
Welcome to Rendez-vous des Cajuns.
The show happens on stage and on the radio using only homegrown ingredients. Crowds come from around the corner.
Chicago, Houston.
And around the globe.
De la France, quelle partie? Montréal, Québec, bienvenue.
Luella and Moisey have been on the dance floor for nearly every show since the place reopened in 1987.
In other words, we wouldn't miss it.
And it's one of the few places where you can see the mamans and the papas dancing with their grandchildren and enjoying each other. And speaking French, by the way, it's all in French.
For Cajuns and wannabes, coming to the Rendezvous is like coming home to a bowl of gumbo that'll make your mouth water.
Bonsoir.
For today, Don Teague, NBC News.
And to learn more about, and I'm saying this in my good old-fashioned American accent, Rendez-vous de Cajun, head to our website, todayshow.com. We'll be right back after these messages.
Fazer tão melhor.